Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rick Redding. And last year, I started a little project that we call 50 for Kids. And in this project, I am taking myself out on a bicycle and I'm crossing all 50 states twice, once for Mooseheart when I go from the first leg, and then I turn around, retrace my steps and go back the other way for Casa Herbalife. These are two amazing programs that do so much to help at-risk kids. And I want to spend the next 5-ish years crossing these states, about one a month, to help raise money for these kids. As you guys know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, right? We just got out of COVID for the most part, right? Things are back to some semblance of normal, but donations to charities obviously took a back seat for a lot of people as jobs were lost, businesses closed, and families were put at stress. And right now with inflation and everything else that's going on, there's a lot of retraction at times for the money that's coming in to take care of these kids. And so I want to help be part of the solution to keep that money coming in so that we give these kids not only a good life now, but a good potential for a good, profitable, productive life going forward. And that's what these two programs do. So that's the overview of what 50 for Kids is. You can follow me on my 50 for Kids Facebook page for more information as we go along. I want to keep this short because I have a tendency to go a little long when I start talking. So a couple things about what's going on so far. I've been doing a lot of training for this, obviously, because last year when I turned 60, I realized that, I had spent about 20 years of my life growing up, although there are some people who say I still have not accomplished that goal, but it's my story, so I'm going to tell it how I want. And then I spent the next 40 years of my life making money and trying to put myself and my family in a good position. And that may still be somewhat ongoing, but what I really want to do is spend the next 40 years of my life raising money to help different causes and giving back to the community. And so that's what this project is about. This year so far, almost all of it on a stationary trainer. I've put in 1,281 miles on the bike, 103 hours and 45 minutes. It's amazing. Apps keep track of all this for you. And just from when I switched over to the new program last year, I've got over 7,000 miles on the bicycle, preparing and prepping for this project. Now, I've already done 3 states, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. And this month, as I speak right now on the 13th of April, we're going to start tomorrow morning crossing Illinois. Now, every one of these rides is an adventure. I got to tell you, they're just a total adventure. And we'll get into more of that later. But the one tomorrow the one this week has me a little nervous because we expect, first of all, cold temperatures. We'll start off at 35 degrees, which is way colder than I ever go out on my bike. And we're expecting winds tomorrow of 25 to 35 miles an hour with gusts over 40 miles an hour. So we'll see how far I get. The whole goal is to make it to Mooseheart by the afternoon so that I can spend time there on the 1,000-acre campus that they have and really familiarize myself. It'll be my first visit. Very excited about that. And then continue the rest of the way and be back and be done in 4 days crossing the state. Now, that's what we're doing. That's what's going on right now. But how can you guys help? Why am I making this video? And why am I going to ask you to share this video everywhere that you can? Well, number one thing that we need obviously is donations. And you will see on the 50 for Kids site, you'll see that we have links there. Both we have a QRC code. And for those people like me, maybe who aren't as familiar with QRC codes, there are actual links that you can click on to donate to either charity or to both. And just a side note, all of the donations go directly to the charities. The money doesn't get funneled through me, it doesn't get funneled through anything else. All of the expenses that are incurred in doing these rides, I take care of, right? So you're making a direct and impactful difference in the lives of these kids because that money is all going directly to the charities. So any size donation, really, it doesn't matter if it's $5, $20, it's $10,000. It doesn't matter how much money it is. The thing that I think would really help us the most over the course of the next 5-ish years is if we were able to give smaller amounts on a monthly basis. I mean, think about it. If I could find 1,000 people for each charity that felt strong enough to give $20 per month, that's $1 million per charity. And that doesn't even count all the people who will give $5 and $10 or $100 or more. That small number of people who believe in what we're doing to help these kids would help us hit our goal of raising at least $1 million for each one of these 2 charities. Number 2, whether you can give money or you can't give money, there's still a lot you can do to help. And that is by spreading the word, right? So number 1, if you could share this video with your friends, with people that you know that maybe that work in fundraising, or maybe that work for a foundation that gives grants, or maybe there's a company that wants to do matching funds for something like this, that, you know, they give a certain amount of money that they'll match if we raise that much. Those are all things that can help. Share the 50 for Kids link, right? With your friends. You can go to the 50 for Kids link and select invite all friends, and they can come to that, and we'll attract the people who are interested, and those that aren't won't. If you happen to be a Moose member, if you happen to be an Herbalife distributor who's really passionate about CASA, at the lodges and at the clubs, the nutrition clubs, you could do fundraisers. You could set up a special day that you do a special dinner, or you could set up a day where all tips go towards the charity of your choice. There are a lot of different things that we can do. And again, we want to stress that monthly is something that's going to help. Smaller amounts compounded over time will make a huge difference. And then, of course, if you know any corporations, foundations, or anyone who might be interested in doing matching funds or making larger donations, obviously that's a huge, huge thing that could help us a great deal. One more thing you can do. Listen, sometimes it's cold, it's lonely, it's boring, it's very, very hard, it's painful out on these rides. So when I do post, I try to post things that are of the ride, and show you guys some of the scenery, and share the things that happen. Liking, commenting, sharing, and encouraging sometimes help more than almost anything else. A third option, and this will be very short, but something that if you're really also passionate about helping kids, and either one of these charities really hits you in your feels, then maybe consider helping out. We're looking for volunteers that can especially help with fundraising. I can ride my bike all day. I'm not going to ask you guys to do that. I'll train really hard. I'll let my coach, Master Yoda, sometimes also known as Darth Vader when he's really mean, my coach will make sure that I'm on the right program. I'm really watching my nutrition. I'm taking care of all of that, the hard stuff. But I don't know anything about fundraising. So if you happen to know people, or you know how to do fundraising, we could sincerely use the assistance there. Maybe it's in social media as your expertise. Maybe it's in setting up speaking engagements, because I would love to go out and spread the word, talk about this, because this is an area where a whole bunch of people coming together doing something small to them can make a huge difference in the lives of kids, and make a difference for our country, for our world, as we give these kids a better chance to go forward. So I hope you'll consider supporting. I hope you'll share this video. I hope you'll share the 50 for Kids link. And if it's financially feasible, I hope you consider a donation of whatever size makes sense for you and whatever time period works for you. And with that, I've got to go get some things finished up, pack the RV, and then we're going to go out and we're going to hit the roads tomorrow morning, come wind or cold. It doesn't matter. We've got to get this done because it's for the kids. You guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.